welcome to the this new episode of Two Past Two Curious. What is the episode number? Is it 4 or is it 5?
I think it's 5 now. 4. 5. Because last was 4
5.
past 4 Q. Yeah.
Nice. So today
Nice.
we are finally going to run out of fingers after this episode. This episode we have enough fingers. Yeah. So as promised in the last episode, this is bronze age. I looked at the pronunciation. It's bronze age.
Bronze
Say-
age.
Yes, buddy.
Bronze.
Bronze.
Bronze. Okay. Cool.
Uh, here in the studio with me is Kumar Varun. Is a history enthusiast and in general very enthusiastic person about past. Has a lot of curiosity.
Just like
And
just
sorry,
like you,
buddy.
buddy. I said.
Oh, okay. Thank
I
you.
said just
Thank you.
like you.
Yes, buddy. Great. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Bronze Age. And before we move on, just a couple of things. First of all, we are not historians. If you're listening to us for the first time, we just like to read up, and this podcast is an excuse for us to read up and talk about history. Generally, we used to do it all the time, so why not record it? That out of the way, the point of this podcast is so that you go and you read up, and if you find anything that we are saying interesting or fascinating or wrong, then please comment and enjoy life in general. Buddy, let's start with your first Bronze Age observations.
Yeah, buddy. So I thought today let's start with very basic because I've realized the more I've read in this quest of two curious, I've realized during our school and everything, the one thing we missed was basic. Like, what are we talking about? What is like we've all learned in our textbook Bronze Age, Iron Age, Stone Age, Paleolithic, Neolithic, but what is it? So I want like from audience and everyone to I want to just set context of what are we talking about for the first point, and then we'll continue from there. So Bronze Age is basically, like I just said, it's a time given between to the time period given between Stone Age and Iron Age. Okay. Now, what does that mean? So basically, when humans started studying archaeology, they finally, I think last century or something, they devised a system of archaeology where the system is called 3-8 system. Okay. Essentially, where you divide human technological prehistory into 3 periods, which is Stone Age, Bronze Age, and Iron Age. Now, why is it called Bronze Age? Let's start from there. That's because it is characterized by the use of copper and its alloy bronze. Okay, so bronze was the chief hard material which was used then to make like weapons and other things which we'll talk about in this episode. Uh, Now, what is bronze? Okay, that's my next point. Like we now know where we are in terms of our history because we started with Earth before humans, then humans started, early humans started, and now we are at a point where bronze is the most important thing, and that's why that age is called Bronze Age. Bronze, basically, what is bronze? It is an alloy or mixture of tin and copper. Okay, and it is harder than either of the metals that it is made of, like tin and copper. Okay, and it could be used to make a range of tools and weapons and all that. Interestingly, bronze is the first alloy ever to be made by humans. Okay, that's also very interesting. And one last point I want to say before I go to you is that a lot of times, and it's another misconception, is that we assume that these Bronze Age, Iron Age, etc., was at the same time throughout the world, but that's not true. Like there is always a lot of difference between when Bronze Age started in England compared to when it started in China or India or Egypt, etc., etc. Because unlike today, where things travel so fast, it did not used to happen so fast then. So even if say someone has found a way to make bronze, it would take a lot of time for that way to reach say another continent because it will go via trade, via war, via exchange. So the reason Bronze Age is so important, the reason why we have an entire episode about Bronze Age, is because it was a big leap forward for human race in general, right? Because discovery of bronze meant that the tools and the weapons were much more stronger and much more effective than ever. Okay. In fact, maybe we'll talk about it later in the episode, but this was the first time where writing system came into being. Humans invented wheel, that also came in Bronze Age. So it's, and we all know how wheel is probably one of the most important invention ever made by humans. So is writing system. And that is why Bronze Age is so very important. And that's why these two buddies are going to talk about Bronze Age today, or are
Yeah,
already talking about it.
yeah, buddy. It's amazing. Like exactly what you said. I knew about this bronzes, but I didn't know. I knew copper is there. I didn't know the other one, tin. Okay,
Tin.
so just to add to your point is that bronze is 7/8 copper and 1/8 tin. Okay, now this is not just a random trivia. This leads to some very interesting historical phenomena. So before I go into that, the I have always wondered how these people manage to just find metal out of rocks. Okay, like how did
Mm.
somebody was like, let's go and melt this metal and melt this rock and find the metal. But then I realized when I was looking it up today that copper is found in almost pure form naturally. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's found like 99.9% purity naturally. So
Yeah.
somebody just picked it up, and copper is not the first or the more or the most significant metal they picked up. They actually found gold before copper. Okay, they actually used gold before copper, but it has not much utility except being jewelry and currency. Uh, so when they found copper and they found it in large quantities, they started using copper. Okay, they're very happy using copper. But then some guy
Mm.
mixed tin with it. Okay, and it became very hard. Now the thing is, copper is very abundant,
Mm.
but tin is like the 49th most abundant metal in the world.
Okay.
And these guys just needed tin.
Yeah.
So that's why they kept a lookout around the world, where is tin? And that's how the trade networks grew. The trade networks grew for obviously for luxury items, okay,
Mm-hmm.
spices and stuff. That was one need. But the main other need was tin. They just wanted to find out where is tin, because we have all
Mm.
this copper, we need tin, and tin is not easy to find. So that's why the world became much more interconnected in Bronze Age. That's one of the reasons. So that is very
Yeah.
fascinating to
Yeah.
me. That tin, like we obviously are like tin क्या है tin, okay, tin का डब्बा आता है
Yeah.
बस. नहीं भाई tin को ढूंढने के लिए एम्पायर निकल गए थे समुंदर पे कि भाई tin चाहिए.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I found it very fascinating as well because there is one theme of doing whatever little research that we do for every episode is some human in some history, human
Yeah,
history, came up with this. For example,
yeah,
even I was reading what you just said that copper itself can be found in nature in pure form.
correct.
Okay, which by the way, very few metals are found in pure form. They're usually found in ore and then whatever we do all that. So you're right that copper could be uh, directly worked into tools and weapons, which were somewhat better than uh, the ones that humans were using then, which was stone, right? So they were better than late Stone Age tools. Okay, pure elemental copper was not a good material as such; it was just better than stone. Then some guy, one human who is obviously one of our ancestors, he found out to combine copper with another metal called tin and made
Yeah,
an alloy called bronze.
yeah,
Okay, and now bronze was obviously much more like durable than copper, and it was genuinely it could be used for tools and weapons. And because from that, it led to, like you said, led to massive trade all over the world. Then cities started coming in, tools become affordable, warfare started. So many things happened
yeah,
because of this. Some at some point in human history, who thought that copper is not good enough, let me add tin and it becomes better.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'll tell you one more thing that will just
Mm.
I found quite mind blowing. That
Mm.
the Tutankhamun, is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Tutankhamun. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
It's
a
cut.
basically an Egyptian pharaoh, I guess, and they found his tomb in 1910s, 1920s types, and they found an iron dagger, okay,
Mm.
in his tomb, but he lived in the Bronze Age. Okay, so they uh, So he had this dagger, and it's not an isolated case. Iron daggers or iron tools, iron axe, etc., have been found in the Bronze Age, but uh,
Hmm.
those people didn't know how to melt iron ore and get iron. So guess
Oh.
how this iron dagger existed. It is called dagger from heaven, just as a hint.
Oh, how?
It's meteoric iron.
Oh, so it's
Yeah,
literally like from heaven in their
yeah,
minds. Oh,
yeah. So there have been, like, during the Bronze Age, this existed. Iron existed. It's not like they didn't know that
hmm.
iron exists. And the
Hmm.
value of iron was 10 times that of gold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So because they didn't know how to melt it, they didn't know it exists so much in Earth. They thought that that's why it's a very highly valued position that is put in his grave
Hmm.
as an iron dagger.
Hmm.
That's just it was 10 times the price of gold, which is just mind blowing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then at the end of Bronze Age, the iron price fell like crazy. And then iron when they figured out how to purify
Hmm.
iron and stuff.
Hmm.
And the way they found out that this iron is meteoric is by studying the composition. And
Okay.
yeah, because there's a conspiracy theory that Egyptians knew how to melt iron before anybody else.
Anybody else?
Yeah, and then these people went and studied, and they said, no, this is meteoric iron.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. So from Egypt, the next thought that comes to my mind is something that I said earlier, is that the earliest evidence of writing is from Bronze Age, right?
Yeah,
This is the point where societies developed writing. So it's such an like this. I keep repeating in every episode. Like we think that something is such a simple fact. Oh, writing aa gaya, writing aa gaya. But then when you think about it, that in the entire human history, this is the only time, or this is the first time where we have some written evidence or some written like relic or like record of this age. So Bronze Age is the first time where we have written this thing because the Egyptians could record their histories and laws using like whatever hieroglyphs, whatever you call it,
yeah,
and all. So the earliest system of writing came in Bronze Age, and of course the famous invention of wheel, like I said, and because of wheel, some of the obvious things that started coming was that the humans could build carts, and carts could be pulled by animals. So that really helped the human society then. Uh,
yeah,
so wheel and then writing system. Uh, so we, like I said, it's the first earliest period in which we have direct written accounts.
yes,
Uh, that itself is beautiful. Irrigation wheel, potter wheel, that also came during Bronze Age.
yeah,
Yeah. So it was an age of innovation and invention,
yeah,
etc. Is what I'm trying to say. And like you said, some people think that Egyptians came up with the iron melting thing before others. There are also a lot of theories that Egypt, Mesopotamia, China, they were the ones who were much more prosperous civilization during Bronze Age than the other civilizations. And the one example is something that I referred to already, where you could distinguish these civilizations compared to other ones is because they had writing system which they had introduced, where they were actually noting down their daily life and things like debt, or like farming, like metal plows, etc., etc. So yeah, I mean there are more than enough evidence to know that Egypt and Sumerians, etc., were more advanced than, say, the other civilizations.
yeah. There is we don't realize how, like, how these empires still are, like, they're present in many ways in our lives, in our cultures. Like, um, so we know that the symbol of lead is Pb, right?
Yeah,
Why is it that, buddy?
because the Latin name is some plubonium plub, plub, no?
You're close, close. You're
Yeah,
close. You're very close. It's plumbum.
plumbum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. So
yes.
plumbum means liquid silver. Okay. So
Okay.
I think either while melting silver ore or near silver ore, they always find lead. That is why it's called liquid silver. Okay. And it was pretty useless metal before the Romans actually started using it. And the Romans used it for
Hmm.
um, uh, piping systems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lead.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
They had a layer of lead on their pipes, which is why you have plumber today. Okay. Because
Okay.
the
Hmm.
guy who used to work on the pipelines was called a plumber. In fact,
Yeah.
there is theory, and it's been disputed heavily, that the use of lead in their pipes is one of the reasons why Roman people, Roman emperors went going crazy, because lead can have an impact on
Yeah.
your brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although this has been heavily discredited, this theory, but it's fascinating to know. The other related thing I had to this was that apparently they started using lead also for carrying liquids in a vessel, because if you keep
Hmm.
it in bronze vessels, it had a bitter taste, but lead apparently gave it a sweeter taste.
Oh. Okay.
So that's why lead was used heavily. So before iron, these guys would. Otherwise, lead is very soft. It's quite useless. Soft and heavy, very
Hmm.
useless. But yeah, they use it for writing as well. I mean, this is we are talking about Bronze Age, but there are other metals that are. I think
Yeah.
it's in a way before iron, the metals people could use. That's the age
Hmm. Hmm.
and the
Hmm.
technologies they could come up with that. So I found that very fascinating that plumbing is directly related to the Roman Empire
Oh
and
man.
lead.
Yeah, that's great. It's, oh, I never thought why like a plumber, like electrician is working with electricity, like
Yeah,
mechanic is working with mechanical devices. Plumber with beautiful.
yeah,
But interesting that you mentioned vessel, because even I was reading how since potter wheel was invented in the Bronze Age, that basically meant that you could now have containers to put food and drink in. That we never had. It's one of the things that we just assume, but it's only when Bronze Age came that people actually had a container to keep like food and water and everything, which they did not have earlier.
yeah,
Okay. Now, like how one thing leads to another is a great case study, because you have potter wheel, from which and you invented wheel, and like I said, you invented cart which animals could pull, which which also meant that then this is the age where they invented chariots. Okay. And from chariots, obviously a lot of help during war, etc. Because this was the first time you actually had a war vehicle, right? Earlier you used to have like whatever you run or maybe you ride a horse. This is now you have chariot where you're going to war on that, and this is the first time where you have a transport tool for like dignitaries of the society. Earlier you had like what if you are higher in the society, maybe you ride a horse or like elephant in like eastern civilization. But this is the first time where some sort of a transport vehicle is introduced for dignitaries, कि ऐसा small cavalry or whatever infantry is just walking and the king is in a chariot. That happened because wheel was invented in Bronze Age,
yeah,
right? In fact, Bronze Age is the first time when the concept of a ruling class, which was supported by a military power, came into being. Right? This is the first time that human history saw empires and like laws and administration. Like I was reading like much more about, like I said, Mesopotamian and like Sumerians, etc. And that's one of the reasons why they call it cradle of civilization, because a lot of things first came in that region before it went anywhere else. And I realized in this Bronze Age, in these like few hundreds or thousand years, they invented year-round agriculture. They invented, like I
yeah,
said, writing system, potter's wheel, centralized government, written law codes, nation states, empires, uh, administration, like economic, social. Uh, they started slavery. They started work in medicine, religion, astronomy, mathematics, astrology. Lot of these things
yeah,
happened in Bronze Age,
yeah,
because like we discussed earlier, Stone Age, we were basically just surviving or whatever, so figuring
yeah,
out how to do agriculture and all. this is
Yeah.
the time when all these fields of studies started coming.
Yeah. I mentioned this in the previous episode also, then I cut it out because I thought this fits better in this episode, I guess. Is that uh, okay? So I'll get to the point. But the most important people and the richest people in the Bronze Age were people who dealt in metals. Okay,
Hmm.
and they continue to hold their importance for a long time until like the 16th century per se. Not the level of importance in society, but they
Hmm.
were huge in numbers.
Hmm.
Okay, um, and they were the smiths, right? They work with goldsmith, ironsmith, um, coppersmith, whatever, and they were a proper class of society that worked in that, right? And
Hmm.
then these guys from England moved to America, and they found USA or whatever. And Smith became a very common surname there because people who were no longer Smiths just kept adopting that name. Then
Yeah.
other communities like German communities and Jewish people who had names sounding like Smith, like Germans had a name called Smith or something, they
Yeah.
changed it to Smith.
Okay.
Okay, Jewish communities to blend into American culture, they changed their names to Smith. Okay, because it was a common name, and
Hmm.
now Smith is the most common surname in the world.
In the world. Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, right. So that's how important, and that's how it survives still in our world. The working with metals, because metal really, and this is another thing I find very fascinating, is that other animals, higher mammals, can still deal with rocks. Okay, some monkeys do create. I have seen these videos where these monkeys are crazy. Okay, they'll take nuts, they'll dry it for 3 days, then they'll break it open with a rock. Okay, if you have
Oh.
ever seen a monkey in India also, they can use rocks and they can do a lot of
Yeah.
nonsense. Okay, if you've ever been to a tourist site, some monkey will use whatever he has to get the banana or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Humans are the only ones that use metal. Like there's a clear
Hmm.
line. No other animal is capable of using metal. So
Hmm.
really, like in a very profound way, these randomly selected elements from the periodic table
Hmm.
are like the foundations of our world. Like to pronounce how crucial they are. Um, Obviously not bronze exactly,
Hmm.
but um, in the walls of your house,
Hmm.
the pillars of your house, not
Hmm.
all the walls, some are brick walls, but the pillars of your house have concrete and iron. And the reason they have iron is because concrete doesn't expand and contract very well.
Hmm.
Okay, so when it heats up, and concrete is very strong, but iron gives it its flexibility. So you're
Hmm.
literally living in a world built with metal. Like it's so deeply entrenched into our society.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the Smith thing I find so fascinating every time, like you've mentioned it, because we never, when you look at a surname like whatever, some Smith, Robin Smith, some, we never think that this Smith is the same as blacksmith or like whatever, goldsmith, that Smith, which is fascinating. Like how till, thousands of years later we still owe a lot of our today's so-called fun facts or like realities of life
yeah,
to this era. And you're right, like as people became more organized during Bronze Age, making of metal tools was the most difficult thing to do, and it needed certain skills. And that is why people who could deal with metal tools became the most important people in the society because they had that certain skill.
yeah,
And so, and this was a new skill also. People
yeah,
were learning it. So whoever was acquiring it was becoming more important. And that is why they, either people who were making it or people who were buying it, selling it, trading with it, became the most important people in the society, like you said.
yeah, yeah.
That is fascinating. Uh,
And another small trivia here is that I think I've said this earlier also multiple times, but all the gold that is in use on Earth is alien gold.
Alien.
It's basically comes from extraterrestrial meteorites. because the gold that was on Earth was so heavy it went to the core, and the gold that are found in mines or whatever have come from asteroids. And the reason they discovered gold first is you can watch YouTube videos of people trying to go near gold mines and trying to get gold. Like if you just hold a chunni in a river types that flows in that area, you will see that stuff glittering. Okay, like it's not very cost effective. It'll cost you 100 rupees to produce 10 rupees of gold if you do it this way. But still, it's like you can see that it's glittering, and with this gold, the trade also became much easier. The like it was accepted as currency all over the world, and sort of the whole world started coming together.
Yeah. Wow. It's so interesting because like when you started talking about bronze, you said the proportion, like the ratio of iron and tin, and I was reading more about it, and actually there were two distinct forms of bronze during Bronze Age. Okay, one was called classic bronze. Okay, it sounds like two cigarette brands to be honest. Like one was called classic bronze, and one
Bhaiya,
was
ek classic bronze देना.
and the other one is called mild bronze. भैया classic bronze है, तू क्या लेगा नहीं mild bronze. It's very okay. So two distinct
तेरे को
forms of
पता है ना
bronze.
माइल्ड ब्रॉन्ज से कुछ तेरे को पता है ना माइल्ड ब्रॉन्ज से कुछ फायदा नहीं होता है. सेम सेम.
छोड़ दे यार, मैं अल्ट्रा माइल्ड ब्रॉन्ज पे आ गया बस.
भैया मेंथॉल ब्रॉन्ज दे दो एक.
There are two distinct forms of bronze. One was called classic bronze, which is basically almost 10% tin, and that was used for casting. Like casting was the main use of classic bronze. While you have mild bronze, which is about 6% tin. So compared to 10% tin, you have 6% tin mild bronze, which could be hammered well. So it was very like it could be hammered well into sheet. Okay. The reason why I'm saying this is because this basically defined the two usage of these two kinds of bronze. Okay, so like the classic bronze was mostly used to make weapons because they were, you could cast it into weapons. While mild bronze was mostly used for armors and helmets.
Wow.
So because it could be like hammered. So you have like knives and swords, etc., made from classic bronze, and you have mild bronze for hammers and sheets and armors, which again I found very interesting because I did not know that within bronze also there were two different types of
Yeah.
like,
And one of the reasons, like how the thing with these metals and iron is also that because bronze, if you go to fight with bronze and the other side has iron, you're just going to lose. You're just going to lose. There is no way because iron is too strong. So once your opposite side had iron, you needed to have iron to just for your empire to survive. It's that it became that important. It's just so fundamental to our existence. Like right now, even right now, Silicon Valley, right, rules the world, and it's just what is it?
Yeah.
It's just an element from a periodic table.
Yeah.
That has a semiconductor property. You just find one property in one metal, and then the gold rush, so-called, starts, and the whole world is affected.
Silicon Valley, correct. Wow. Okay. I had one more point, buddy, which is one of the side effects of Bronze Age is because one of the most important facts of Bronze Age is that this was a period which marked start of better nutrition for human beings. Because people were used to make, people could now make better metal tools, so they could basically use it for more productive farming. Okay, so both for veg and non-veg, it became very life became much better because you could use like better tools for farming, and you could also hunt like more animals, different kinds of animals. So the meat variety became much more than earlier because stone say like itna hi kar lete. So now you have like uh, you could use these weapons to hunt. Like you could now have boar and like red deer and like wild animals people started making pikes, and then they could like hunt for freshwater fish. So overall nutrition of humanity became much better because we had a better metal tool to work upon.
Yeah. I have one last point and then I'm done. This I didn't note down, but while you're talking, I realized writing obviously is a whole different thing.
Yeah,
Writing is like it has its own depth and own history and own craziness.
yeah,
And a lot of it we don't. I mean, I haven't read about, but the one thing I have come across is that. You know how North Indian writing has
mm,
like Hindi has straight lines
yeah.
and South Indian writing is more round.
Mhm.
You know why that is?
No.
Because South Indians wrote on, and including Odisha, these guys wrote on leaves.
Mm.
If you do straight lines, it will just,
Yeah,
the leaf fat jayega.
hit jayega. Correct.
But on stones, you
Mm.
can't do round writing.
Mm. Wow.
Uh, on stones, it's much easier to write like this.
Right. I mean, right. Nice.
Yeah. So
Wow. Fascinating. But you've given me three insane facts today.
I don't remember where I
Plumber.
read it.
Yeah. But somewhere.
Yeah.
But wow. Wow. Wow.
I
Cool.
I mean, if any of you can find where this trivia I've read is, please comment the thing below
Cool.
because
Yeah.
it's really fascinating.
It's fascinating. I'm like, wow. All these three facts, this plumber, Smith, and this writing thing are my three major key takeaways from this recording.
But
Yeah.
a plumber thing, it's not like I came across it. I was just like, yeah. I was doing research and then read lead bracket में PV and
Mm,
इसको PV क्यों बोलते हैं?
mm,
क्यों बोलते इसको PV?
mm,
So I went, am I plumber? And then I remembered that Roman societies used to have lead pipes. And like,
mm.
is plumber coming from there? And then I see that, yeah, it is coming from there. I'm like, अरे बाप रे बाप, कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंच जाता है चीज यार.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's what I
That's great.
say during quizzes also. Like one of the best fundas in any quiz is when you can connect these seemingly disconnected things, and then the aha moment comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, even
But
I'm done, buddy. I think I could just summarize saying what Bronze Age, like we know,
yeah,
differed in like it's usually considered from 4000 BC to around 1000 BC, 1200 BC. But like I said, it differs in every region.
yeah,
This is the age where everything from like weapons to agricultural tools
yeah,
to small things like hairpins, everything was made with bronze. And like I said, weapons tools earlier, like before bronze, were made of stone and like wood and bone and sometimes copper, like you said.
yeah,
And then came bronze knives, which were much sharper than copper knives. Bronze was much stronger than copper, and because of which everything changed. War changed, societies changed, rules changed, empire states changed, trade changed, and yeah, life was never the same, like Buddy
yeah.
said.
And one last thing before one last thing,
Yeah.
mirrors. People used to use most likely water as mirror. They would
Hmm.
have it in the house, but bronze mirrors were a thing.
Oh,
Yeah, so as in with metal, you can polish it and make a mirror, right?
okay.
And that's why a lot of the metaphors, the old metaphors, not really old, but recent 15th century, 16th century metaphors of like looking into the mirror, looking in the dark mirror, right?
Hmm.
It's because a metal mirror is not as reflective as the this thing. So that is the first time that thing was came into being. And now the last thing, these civilizations, they were mostly Mesopotamian, Sumerian civilizations, and Anatolia, Turkey, that whole Fertile Crescent, that area,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
really boomed. And Mohenjo-daro, Harappa also come under
yeah.
this era, this Bronze Age,
Hmm.
and somehow mysteriously, not very mysteriously also,
Hmm.
these societies died out.
Yeah,
Okay, they just vanished.
yeah. That
Uh,
yeah, that we could have like proper one session on that because
yeah,
there's just too many theories about what happened to Indus Valley civilization, and there is
Yeah.
too much debate. Like no one actually knows what. Like everyone has their own theory.
Yeah.
People say flood, some people say war, some people say
Yeah.
disease,
Yeah.
but it's never ending. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that is the last fascinating thing for me, that just these empires come from on the back of, for me what is really fascinating is from the perspective of a person living in that empire. For instance, for example, India has been around for how many years now? 75, more than that. 75, 77,
Oh,
73.
independence
Yeah,
73.
73, correct. 73 years now, India has existed, and we are so patriotic, and we are like India, India, India. As in its current form, India has existed, right? The Roman Empire existed for 1,000 years as it is. Okay, like it was called Roman Empire and it existed. For
Yes.
a Roman person, there was no concept that there is any, it is ever going to change.
Hmm.
It's like there is what you're saying, all roads lead to Rome, right? And when you're in Rome, act as a Roman and all those things. And
Hmm.
then Rome is still present. Okay, there's a place called Rome. There's Vatican City, which is the Holy Roman Church. Is
Yeah.
called, what is it called?
Yeah. It was the Holy Roman Empire then.
Yeah, but
Uh,
now it's called something.
the church. Oh, I don't know. We can
Holy
check.
See something. There's a Roman in that, I think. But
Oh,
the
okay.
But the point I'm getting at is that Rome was lost at some point for like 500, 600 years, I guess. They just did, people forgot that Rome existed.
Hmm.
And this is what is mind blowing to me for a person who lived in the Bronze Age,
Hmm.
how ubiquitous was that was their life, that was their everything, and that's what they thought the world is. They did not know anything beyond it. They thought iron comes from heaven, and they thought lead for plumbing and whatever. And they thought this is the way life is, this is the way world is, this is the way humans are, this is the way everything is. And then their empire just vanished from the face of this planet forever, and we don't know how.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the the profoundness of existence is just the what they believed and how they lived, and they just vanished, and we don't know anything. The forgottenness of this is incredibly
Yeah.
powerful for me. That's all.
Yeah. That's true. 100% agree. Yeah.
Cool, dear. I think it's a good note to end, or what?
Yeah. Yeah. Good note to
Buddy.
it.
Yeah.
Just
All right. Yeah. Any final notes, buddy, to our audience, or what is our next episode going to be?
you tell what's the next episode should be.
Buddy,
Iron Age?
logically, iron is obviously.
Yeah. 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 Let's
But
do
it's,
Iron Age. Yeah.
and then I think in
Yeah,
Iron
buddy.
Age we can branch out and focus on a particular societies, or we can actually go into a bit of Mesopotamian civilization. We can actually explore a
Yeah.
little more. We can go into one
Yeah.
of these. Let's do that. Let's go into one of these and figure out a little more. And
Yeah.
yeah, so that's our next episode, guys. We just decided we'll go into one of these civilizations. I think Mesopotamian and Babylonian. One of these will
One
go
of
in
these.
depth.
Can do that. Or we can do one generic Iron Age and then maybe we can get into Silk. We'll figure. We'll
We'll
figure.
figure. We'll figure.
We'll-
All right, guys. Till then, like, share, subscribe. करो मत करो क्या फर्क पड़ता है, तुम ही लोग सुनने वाले हो.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Audible, I don't know Audible, Spotify,
Podcast.
Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, wherever you're listening to this. Why, brother? Come on YouTube, watch us also. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See you, buddy.
Cool.
Signing out.
Thank you.